So I really enjoyed doing like circuit type of workouts, and I especially like to do ones where I can follow along. Like the one I just did was Mr. and Mrs. Muscles channel, and they have really good 20-minute workouts that are very intense and also quick and effective, which I love. And because I'm someone that gets bored very quickly, so I like the fact that you can find so many different like exercises and classes and stuff like that, and it just keeps me motivated as well, just to have someone kind of along with me and just seeing someone perform the moves and stuff, but also be like in my own space and stuff. I really enjoy doing full body dumbbell workouts because I think they're quite effective, and you work out your whole body in a short amount of time, and it just feels good. It makes me feel strong, and I can feel myself getting stronger, which I really like, and it's just nice, you know. And I feel like even just those 20 minutes make me get a really effective workout in, and if I want to do anything more, like target anything more specific, I will do like an extra 10-minute workout on top of that with like resistance bands, or I don't know, just do maybe like 10 minutes of Pilates or stretching, and which is always important actually, stretching after a workout and warming up before a workout. Make sure you always do that. I like to do like 5 minutes of each. Once you see that your body recovers quicker, then you know you need to amp up the intensity, and that's why I thought I'd try Mr. and Mrs. Muscle, because they are very intense, but also you can add on top of that if you feel like it's not enough. And I love being able to just like adjust the workouts the way I like them, and not just follow like a certain program, and just kind of listen to my body and see what it needs and what I feel like needs more challenge. And if I feel like I want to push myself, then I will. And if I feel like I need something a bit more chill and laid back, like say yoga and stuff like that, which can be intense as well, but obviously depends on the level, then I'll do that too. But yeah, it's just about listening to yourself and knowing what you need at what time, because getting in tune with your body is the key to having a good relationship with working out, and making sure you maintain it as well, because it's got to be part of your lifestyle, not just something that you do for like a couple months just to get a summer body or something like that. But yeah, That's my take. Drama. Hi, sweetie. Hi, Diego. He's jealous. I don't think you're gonna eat walnuts. Oh, Papa. Hey. I want to do a review of the book that I just finished reading. Oh my gosh. I don't know where to put my phone. Maybe I should have started this when I had it. Okay, you're gonna see me as an egg for now. Let me just take a sip on my drink. Can't go wrong with this. So refreshing. Okay, so this book, Beautiful Star, it took me quite a while to finish. I won't lie. Only because I found it quite boring. It was honestly just a random buy. It was kind of like a, what they call it, blind buy, because I was on a long train journey and I wanted something quickly to read, and I saw this, and apparently it's a classic, and yeah, so I wanted to try it. And it's my first time reading a book by Yuko Mishima, so I had no idea what to expect. I didn't know much about him. I didn't know the type of writing he has, but one thing I will say, it's very well written, like it flows very nicely, and the way he describes things, as I said in one of my other videos, is very beautiful and detailed. But I just think the story in itself never went anywhere. Like, it just felt quite disappointing in the end. And when I finished the book, I flipped the page and I was like, I kept flipping it back and forth. I was really confused. I was like, oh, this is the end. And I mean, that sometimes happens, but I actually did put it down for a bit, and I ended up reading another book instead, which I'll share with you guys another time because I do want to talk about it as well. And that book I finished in like 2 days because it was just a great book. I feel like I'm always stuck in the middle of that statement of whatever happens, happens, or what is meant to be will be. Because I feel like we make decisions in life that take us to certain outcomes, and it's like, well, if you didn't make that decision, that never would have been. Like, I don't know, like, am I thinking too much about this? Because I feel like that saying, what is meant to be will be, doesn't really make sense to me, like, the more I think about it. And a lot of the times I've used that phrase and not even believing it myself. So yeah, it's cool to question these things, and it's important to question these things and your own beliefs, because beliefs can change over time, and that is absolutely okay, as it should be, because that means you're growing and changing and evolving as a human being, and that's what you want to be doing. But yeah, this book, it's a good read. I mean, okay, no, I don't think it's worth it. But if you just want like a very simple story that's quite straight to the point, maybe I just didn't get the message in it. I genuinely didn't get it. I really didn't understand it. Because to me, it just felt like the whole family were delusional. I don't know. If anybody has read it, I'd be interested to know what your take was on this. I might have to like Google it and see people's reviews online. I love classic literature because it really makes me question, like, I feel like it really challenges my brain. But I love reading it. I love the way it's written. Yeah. What are you reading at the moment? Is there any recommendations? Because I love to see what other people read and what they love, what they don't love, what they recommend, what they don't recommend. I find it very intriguing because reading is one of my favorite things to do. I'm having one of those days today where I just have no energy, and I feel like I can't even pretend to have energy. Like even at work, I was so moody, and I didn't mean to be, but I just felt like I couldn't even control it because I felt so exhausted because I had a really bad night's sleep. And I know there's the reasons as to why. And sometimes you can control the way that you react, but other times I just feel like you've got to let yourself be the way that you feel. Obviously, don't be rude and condescending and whatever, but or just an unpleasant human being. But you don't have to be constantly happy and pretend that you're happy. If you're not feeling it, you're not feeling it, and that is completely okay. And that's something that I had to keep reminding myself every time, because I feel like the more you fake it, the more inauthentic it feels to yourself. But yeah, I think maybe, although I will say that my mood has been very, very stable, in the sense of like every day I've learned how to be in a peaceful mood. I don't even know how to explain it anymore. I just feel at peace. Like my mind, even though there's stuff in my mind, I feel like I can empty it quite easily. And I genuinely don't know how I've done that. And I really want to understand how I got to that point so I can actually share it with you. As I've talked to many people where they said they've constantly got stuff going in their head, and that I should feel so lucky that I can feel like I don't have to be thinking about something all the time, and then I can actually feel like my mind is empty. And don't get me wrong, yes, it is a blessing, but also I feel like I've put so much effort into getting to that point. But then also sometimes it just kind of clicks. I think there's a moment where it just clicks, and you just know better, and you're able to actually control yourself and your emotions and be in tune with yourself and understand when you're feeling triggered and overwhelmed, and you know what to do. You know when to take a step back, you know when to keep quiet. And that is one of the most important things, I think, is silence. Like keeping silent in a lot of situations. I don't think using like silence as a way to control anyone, like someone or a situation, is right. But I feel like if you're being attacked, or if somebody says something inappropriate or rude, I feel like silence is the best answer to a lot of those things, because it just makes people stop and think, like the other person, to stop and think about what they just said. And I don't even think it's about power, it's more just about like your own peace, because in situations where I've said or like bit back, or gotten into an argument with somebody, that's when I felt worse instead of keeping quiet. And yeah, the power of silence is amazing. And even just like being by yourself, and I've always said like sitting in a room looking at the wall in complete silence is one of the best ways, I feel like, to clear your mind, because you're letting everything out, like you're letting all your thoughts out. And I don't know, yeah, I'm terrible at explaining things. Like, I think I need to do a course on how to speak publicly or with people, because I feel like there's so many words in my head that I want to get out, and so many like ideas, but voicing them out sometimes is very difficult for me, like putting it into words. And that is my cue to go.